The oppressed are allowed once every few years to decide which particular representatives of the oppressing class are to represent and repress them. The philosophers have only interpreted the world in various ways. The point, however, is to change it. These words are also inscribed upon his grave. Hegel remarks somewhere that all great, world historical facts and personages occur, as it were, twice. He has forgotten to add, the first time as tragedy, the second as farce. Let the ruling classes tremble at a communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Workingmen of all countries unite. It is not the consciousness of men that determines their being, but, on the contrary, their social being that determines their consciousness. If anything is certain, it is that I myself am not a Marxist. In a letter about the peculiar Marxism, which arose in France 1882, there is no royal road to science, and only those who do not dread the fatiguing climb of its steep paths have a chance of gaining its luminous summits. Religion is the sigh of the oppressed creature, the heart of a heartless world and the soul of soulless conditions. It is the opium of the people. The increase in the value of the world of things is directly proportional to the decrease in the value of the human world. Society does not consist of individuals, but expresses the sum of interrelations, the relations within which these individuals stand. Capitalism: teach a man to fish, but the fish he catches aren't his. They belong to the person paying him to fish, and if he's lucky, he might get paid enough to buy a few fish for himself. Then the world will be for the common people, and the sounds of happiness will reach the deepest springs. Ah! Come! People of every land, how can you not be roused? The education of all children, from the moment that they can get along without a mother's care, shall be in state institutions. Education is free. Freedom of education shall be enjoyed under the condition fixed by law and under the supreme control of the state. If you love without evoking love in return, if through the vital expression of yourself as a loving person you fail to become a loved person, then your love is impotent, it is a misfortune. A commodity appears at first sight an extremely obvious, trivial thing. But its analysis brings out that it is a very strange thing, abounding in metaphysical subtleties and theological niceties. Once the inner connection is grasped, all theoretical belief in the permanent necessity of existing conditions collapses before their collapse in practice. Letter to Ludwig Kugelmann, July 11, 1868. It is well known how the monks wrote silly lives of Catholic saints over the manuscripts on which the classical works of ancient heathendom had been written. Just as man is governed, in religion, by the products of his own brain, so, in capitalist production, he is governed by the products of his own hand.